Hi guys, this is your newbie trader. Once again, welcome to this channel. I hope you guys are all doing good. Today, we'll be discussing about one of the interesting topic, which is IPO. IPO is simply known as initial public offering. It is refers to a process of offering shares of a private corporation to the public in a new stock issuance, which is simply said that a private organization is offering the shares of its company to the public in a process called stock issuance, which is simply described as public share issuance allows a company to raise capital from public investors. This changes from private to a public company can be important time where not only the private investors can fully realize the gains from the investments. Meanwhile, even the public investors can also participate in this offering. First of all, we'll come to know a figure how the IPO will look like. I think I can look some IPOs available in online. Let me have a look. So I think you guys can see this. Focus Business Solution Limited. This is an IPO which is available in exchange of BSE and SME. Those who guys who have doubt regarding exchanges available in India and what are our stocks or share, what is stock exchange, please do check my previous videos. So coming to this IPO is available on June 30th and closing on July 15th. Oh, this is not yet available, so let's go to the next one. India Pesticide Limited IPO, which is available in exchanges of BSE and NSE. BSE is Bombay Stock Exchange, NSE is National Stock Exchange, which is available on June 23rd 2021 and it's closing on June 25th. That is, I think it's over today. Today is June 25 for the record. So it is available with a lot size of 50 and issue price is 290 to 296 for the price of 800 crores. So it's simply said that the IPO is open on June 23rd to June 25 for the price range of 290 to 296. That is, one share prices will be 290 or 296 or in between 290 to 296. So lot size we can buy, that means a minimum we can buy only 50 shares. So this company is raising 800 crores capital. This is the basic figure what an IPO will look like. So speaking about this, there is some requirements which is needed for a company to allocate it as to an IPO. So let's see that. So I think you guys can see. First, there are two types of routes which is available. One is profitability route. In this profitability route, there are some requirements which we'll see. So first one is net tangible asset should be in 3 crore for a period of 3 years, and also the net tangible asset should be in form of 50 monetary asset, which let's discuss it simply. Net tangible asset is nothing but a cash in a form of it's said like it's a cash or any inventory or property or any investments. These things are called net tangible assets. So net tangible assets should be in a value of 3 crores for the period of 3 years, and in that net tangible asset 50% should be as a monetary asset. So monetary asset is nothing but it should be in a form of cash or cash liquidity form. So this is one of the steps. Next one is, so the company should be paying tax for the income of 15 crores in the period of 3 years. That means for the total of 5 years, 3 years the company should pay an average of 15 crore pre-tax profit. So that's the second one. Third requirement is the net worth of the company should be as 1 crore for the period of 3 years. That's so simple. Then the fourth one is, if the company name is changed, consider our newbie trader name is changed to any other company. It's changed to Reliance, or it's changed to the newbie trader. So then the 50% of whatever the revenue happened for just one preceding year, whatever the name changed that year, 50% revenue should be in new company name. If these four requirements are met, then the company is allotted. This is called profitability route. Let's go to the next route, which is alternative route, which is available. This route is called QIB route, qualified institutional buyers. So from the name we can understand that institutional buyers plays a big role. So first requirement is book building route. Book building route is nothing but it's a process of price discovery. It is a mechanism where during the period for which the IPO is open, bids are collected from investor to various prices, so which are above or equal to the floor price. The offer price is determined after the bid closing days, which is, so the big buy building process is a process for price discovery. That means it's actually a mechanism where the prices are considered with the bids. So let's see with an example. Consider the newbie trading organization is going for an alternative route IPO allocated requirements. Then it should first undergo book binding route, which is I'll be initiating the price in a range, in an average of the price where I want to initiate my share price, which is, consider my share price is 10 rupees. Then I'll be initiating with a price range of in average of 10 rupees. That means 5 to 15 rupees. My share price can be in between 5 rupees to 15 rupees. People who are interested in this price range, they'll be bidding the price, and the offer price is determined only on the closing date. So that is one step. The second one is the 75% of the whatever the offer, the share price has been offer has been initiated. In the 75%, the qualified institutional buyers, it should be allocated on their name, which is simply the 75% of the net offer to the public. It should be mandatorily allotted to the qualified institutional buyers. The third one is it's an important step, but which is, when these two requirements are not met, then the money should be returned. That's the third important step. So this is the steps. This is the conclusion with IPOs. Let's also discuss one of the follow-up topic, which is FPO. FPO is nothing but follow-on public offering, which refers to the shares issued by the listed companies. This is nothing but an additional shares issued by the company which is listed after the IPO, initial public offering. So since this is happening after the IPO, this is also called as secondary offerings. This also had some requirements. The first one is the company should have, if the name of the company is changed, then this company should have a 50% revenue in the name of the new name which is changed. The second one is whatever the company can go through any number of FPOs in a year. The aggregated FPOs which is gone, it should not increase 5 times in the pre-issued net worth. That is the second requirements. So this all been is not, if the company is not fulfilling all this eligibility, then it cannot go for FPOs. This can also have one more requirement of QIB, same rules which is preceding the QIB. That's with FPOs. Then that's it, guys. I think FPO and IPOs is very clear. So these are the basic things in share market, I believe. Hope you guys understood things. Please do subscribe and like. If you guys have any comment, please do put it so we can all learn from it. Thanks.